Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is on her way to the Pacific, where she'll visit U.S. allies like Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, and Singapore, with other fellow members of Congress with whom she's traveling. But a key question remains about this trip. Is she traveling in Taiwan, visiting the island? Right now, that remains a tentative possibility, but no firm answer. At her weekly press conference on Friday, she simply wouldn't give an answer, saying it's a matter of security. The Pentagon, we've learned, has developed layers of protection, a plan in place if she does go to the island to make sure she's safe there by using perhaps aircraft, ships, even potentially using satellites to monitor where she is and the area around that until there is more clarity on whether she will be visiting Taiwan. Now, this is standard for any VIP visiting Taiwan, but of course, this is much bigger than that because it's the Speaker of the House. National security officials have worked behind the scenes to try to convince Pelosi of the concerns around this trip, but she insists it'll be her decision here, and other members of Congress have backed her up. Now, China has used increasingly volatile, perhaps rhetoric around the possibility of this trip. When the issue of Taiwan came up between President Joe Biden and Chairman Xi Jinping, Xi, according to Chinese state media, said, "If you play with fire, you get burned." And we've seen this from China pushing against the possibility of such a trip. But members of Congress and others have told Pelosi it should be her decision, not a decision made by the Chinese. For China, it's not just rhetoric. We're seeing on Saturday that they've said that they'll have a live fire exercise in Fujian province that's very close to Taiwan. This right before what might be a Pelosi visit to Taiwan. And Taiwan says they spotted an unidentified drone on an island controlled by Taiwan flying in the area. They said it might be used for gathering intelligence, though in the statement they put out, they did not mention China. So it's an incredibly critical moment here. It is worth noting that no defense officials we've spoken with here at the Pentagon expect there to be some sort of kinetic activity, no firing between Chinese aircraft or Chinese ships and U.S. military equipment. The question is, what could they do down the road, whether that's more aggressive interactions and intercepts of aircraft and ships of not only the U.S. but also allies as well. These are possibilities for how China might react to a Pelosi visit to Taiwan. Warren Lieberman, CNN in the Pentagon.